Ain't even like that. Just trying to match my swag. 'Cause I'm so cold. Ain't even like that. Just trying to match my swag. 'Cause I'm so cold.
Today is Ose Ogun. So today is Ogun's day. We celebrate and we venerate Ogun. All right. So after this sermon or after today, we're going to be making offerings to Ogun. The things that I put on there on the flyer, you could offer Ogun. Okay. You just got to make sure that you put those offerings outside, either in the front of your house or the back of your house. If you live in an apartment, you could go to like a park or put his offerings next to the tree. Okay. You just got to make sure that if you do give him offerings, you use palm oil. Um, so it'll cool down the energies. Okay. Since he is a warrior and a very powerful energy, you want to make sure that you give him coolness with palm oil over his offerings. So if you don't have too much, something simple like 4 jalapenos with palm oil will suffice, and probably like a small shot glass of gin. Okay. So we're going to go into my sermon. Today about how is the ruler of our heart chakra. Okay. So today's sermon is going to be matters of the heart. Now, Ogun, the god of iron stations, he is also a warrior associated with war, justice, and truth. Okay. Baba Ogun rules over the heart chakra. And since this is the month of love, all right, I want to talk about the matters of the heart relating to war, justice, and truth. Now, everyone wants to know your Pacific love language, how you are and who you are in the actions of love and in the communication of love. In the beginning of our lives, love is the first vibration that we know. Coming from our mom's womb to the heartbeat of her chest, we know we are loved. For some, we know even at the young age, we are neglected in love. Love is the highest vibration. Many say love is fake, a fake emotion, a lie. It doesn't even exist. So, like, how so when the Most High is God? The most high God is love. You can see the existence of God through creation, okay, through nature. You could even look at yourself through the mirror and know that there's God. Okay. So if you ever get confused, just look out through nature. Okay. Look through the soul of your eyes. You could see the power and the existence of God. Now, like I said earlier, God, Ogun is the ruler over the heart chakra. So let's talk a little bit about chakras. Our chakras are energy processing centers. To make it easier, let's try visualizing a cell phone, how it works, okay? You dial a number, it emits invisible frequency, and that frequency is sending and receiving invisible frequencies to the universe. Our chakras are just like that, okay? They help us to give and receive frequencies from both people and the universe. Now, most people are familiar with the Eastern definition of chakras, but did you know that the African spiritual practices also were well aware of chakras in our existence? Okay. So today, like with it being Ose Ogun, I want to talk about the heart chakra, which Baba Ogun resides. Now, Ogun is also a ruler of iron. He also clears the paths, specifically relation to blockages in our body. All right. Since he runs the heart, the heart has channels through all our organs throughout our body. Okay. So he runs the heart, the kidney, the adrenal glands, the tendons, and the Schwinns. Okay. Now, some of our heart chakra goals we should have in this life should be one, developing a higher sense of awareness and sensitivity. Two, emphasizing a sense of purity, innocence, and magnetism. Three, reflecting upon our inner. Four, dating. Five, six, seek to control breathing and heart rate. And 7, purity in relationships come through the inner balance of female and masculine energy. So this is you balancing your inner yin and yang, okay? Knowing how to work with your light and your dark. So Baba Ogun is a warrior and is associated with war. All right, so I like to talk about love and war. Many fight to prove their love to another person. But how many people do you actually see fighting to love themselves? Many look outside themselves for validation. It may stem from the lack of love they had when they were out, or even their first official relationship. Iron sharpens iron. When you don't love yourself, you'll find that it was taught to you because your mother or father didn't love themselves as well. Okay, it's a vicious cycle. The iron being weak or strong is still an influence from your beginning, from your first home. How can you expect to receive the correct amount of love from someone that wasn't taught to them? You can cry, you can plead, you can scream bloody murder, okay? Capable of loving you the way that warring with to love or even themselves. We have as there's to feel worthy. Do so deep in the dark night of our soul. Okay. We have to remember this lesson in this life so that we can learn a different aspect of love and become the example to our bloodlines, shifting the memory of our DNA so that the cycle cannot be repeated to the next generations. Now we have to go deep in the dark to where we can find illumination. With the light, the truth, compassion, and forgiveness, we must obtain these things in order to heal and grow forward. We must give ourselves patience. We're breaking down and shattering lifetimes of this vicious cycle that was meant to destroy your bloodline. Okay. We must be mindful on a daily basis and do the work that we have to maintain the healing that we do accomplish when we do start this work. This is why meditation is highly important. We must meditate daily, at least once a day. Okay. If you're new to this journey, twice a day will be even more powerful for you. Meditation will help heal your heart chakra. Okay. It'll also reveal what lies in your subconscious mind on what you need to work on as well, those things that are hidden in your darkness. Meditation will also reveal your past lives and remind you how you fought to be loved by your different souls' contracts. All of these things must be revealed in order to not repeat the same cycles in your bloodline and in your soul's journey. Okay, you'll find that a lot of people in your bloodline has gone through the same type of trauma or experiences as you. I dare you to fight, to go to war with loving yourself. Let all your battle scars remind you of where you do not want to go back to. Many healers' hearts were wounded during childhood. Okay, many. Who knows? You just might be the inspiration, the example for those who come after you. Okay, because whether you know it or not, people are watching. Now, some of the ways you could go to war for self-love or for loving yourself is daily meditation, self-love mantras done in the mirror while holding your heart chakra affirmations, cord cutting rituals, and I say rituals because you should do more than one. And you could also pray to balance the war in your heart so that you won't misunderstand the perspective of being a martyr. Love you. Okay. And let's talk about truth. Okay. Baba Ogun. How you love yourself is how you. This expresses I'm sorry, y'all. My internet's acting crazy. Please mute yourselves, please. Okay, she didn't hear me. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, the first part of healing is facing your truth. The reason why you're currently molded in the state that you're in, okay? What was the reason? What was the reason, as Cardi B would say and throw her shoe, okay? What was the reason you continue to dwell in your victimhood? What was the reason you decided not to forgive your oppressor? What was the reason you kept replaying this traumatic experience over and over and over again? Why do you wonder why this happened to you? Why do you fantasize about the different outcomes and where you would be to this day if it was granted to you? Why? Why question the why? You have to buckle down with the truth of knowing the lesson. You have to buckle down with the truth of knowing the lesson, of remembering why you chose this life and circumstances for your soul's growth before you was incarnated in this life. Now, many don't tap in because they are so far gone from the truth of who they are, of who their higher self is. They're so deep in their humanity, the emotions of this 3D, blinded by feelings and not the facts. Yes, that happened to you. But can you remember why your higher self chose this lesson? You have to, you could have done the same thing to someone else in another life. This could be your karma, huh? That's deep. Now, meditation, especially long meditation, like 30 minutes or more meditation, okay, will always allow you to remember your why and your when, okay? You have to remember this is how you learn the lesson, okay? You have to remember. Remembering this will help you to not dwell on the pain, all right? Remembering this will help you to understand yourself and others. This is how you grow compassion for yourself and others. This is how you grow forgiveness for yourself and others. This is how you see the whole spectrum of the why we even exist, okay? Now, going deep, ascending to the different realms where truth heavily resides, okay? That's how you know where truth really is embedded in you, going so deep, because that's where truth heavily resides, all right? You want that truth to be embedded in you. You want that truth to be written on your DNA, in your mind's eye, okay? This is gonna help you accept this life. This is gonna help you feel the ease of your humanness, because you're going to have that aha understanding moment of the why and the who you are. You will begin to be comfortable in your own skin, and you will no longer walk in the agony and the pain and the sadness that is created in you. You will have the joy of truth in your heart, and your light will shine just as the light illuminated in truth. This light will begin to heal all the darkness within you, okay? And who knows, maybe that same light will heal those around you, okay? Now, ways that you can live in your truth: accepting yourself, letting go of controlled outcomes, that's key. Continued self-reflection, being real with yourself, living in your reality and not off your emotions, accepting and mastering your triggers, and praying to Baba Ogun, asking that the truth of your heart vibration be revealed to you, and to grant you the strength to heal these things that are not of the highest vibration. Okay, so let's talk about justice, since Baba Ogun is also the Orisha of justice. Now, Wikipedia defines justice in its broadest sense, the principle that people receive which they deserve. with the interpretation of what then constitutes deserving. Being impacted upon the numerous fields with many different viewpoints and perspectives, including the concepts of moral correctness based on ethics, rationality, law, religion, equity, and fairness. Okay. Now, justice, referring to the matters of the heart, could be very complex. When one thinks about what is fair and what is just according to the energy of your heart chakra, one thinks about karma. Many walk around with guilt in their heart, with shame in their heart. People even walk around with years of being heartbroken. Oh, ye who judge themselves. This energy is when one points the finger, the blame on themselves. Many believe that they aren't good enough to be loved. They aren't smart enough to be loved. They aren't attractive enough to be loved. They aren't rich enough to be loved. But what makes these people fail to realize is that they're basing their worth of being loved through this 3D, okay? All these things will burn up in the fire anyway. What they have to do is become passionate and on fire with just being fair with themselves. Now, it's easier said than done, okay? One can assume that they could just gather all the strength within, okay, to do what's just and fair when it comes to the matter of the heart. They have dark secrets that are hidden within that they use to equate the amount of love that they should acquire themselves deserving. This is when we go back to the truth of ourselves, the truth of why do we feel less than, the truth of why do we deserve to constantly be in the energy of being heartbroken. Many die of being heartbroken. Many die from the fact that they aren't willing to forgive themselves. The agony of misunderstanding of themselves, the misunderstanding of their worth, the misunderstanding of their purpose has led them to the opportunity to repeat this cycle of life with the embedded memory of heartbreak and loss. You die like that, you're going to come right back with the same thing you have to fight. One must practice the art of allowing those who say that they love you to love you, allowing those who say that they love you to show you that they love you, allowing yourself to believe that you're capable of being loved. No matter your past, you deserve to be loved. You must also practice and come to know how the Most High truly sees you, how the Most High truly loves you. When you realize this truth, how can you deny being or believing that you're capable of being loved? Despite your past, despite your present, and despite your future. If the one who created you still loves you with your flaws and all, how can you deny love from anyone? One must also practice the art of letting go of the past pain, letting go of the expectations of how you should feel love from someone else, letting go of the bad habits of not tending to yourself and not practicing self-love, letting go of people, places, and things that make you feel less than or worthy than. So you're going to ask yourself, are you deserving? Yeah, you're deserving. So you may ask yourself, why are you deserving? Did you forget who loved you first? The answers may seem so simple, but the learned habitual emotion makes it so complex. When you apply spiritual and divine law to what is righteously fair and what is just to you, you cannot deny the truth of why you are deserving of love. Not just any love, unconditional love, agape love, passionate love, being fair with yourself, being just with yourself, being true to yourself and fighting for yourself is truly loving yourself. Love begins with self. God is love. You who are created in the image of God is love. With this meaning, you are love, my love. It's simple and it's the truth. It's divine understanding. This is your spiritual birthright. Please stop letting emotions skew your perception of what you deserve. All you're doing is wasting time and energy when you could be making beautiful memories, making love to life, making life, creating spiritual atmospheres where the sun always shines, even when it rains. Being fair with yourself, just being yourself is balance. Iwa pele, as Ifa says, balance is how we succeed in life. Ashe. Now, ways to apply justice in the matter of the heart is the art of allowing, the art of letting go. You are love. Remember, you are made in the image of the Most High. And Iwa pele, balance and character. And these are the matters of the heart when it comes to the energy of Baba Ogun, who governs the heart chakra and is the warrior for war, truth, and justice. Ashe.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you take the offering outside, how long do we leave it outside for?
So I'll leave it there for probably like 3 or 4 days. Sometimes I'm lazy and I'll leave it there until they turn red. But yeah, just 3 or 4 days are fine.
And
You
I
could
could
either,
cook them.
huh?
I can make him the fried yams, right?
Which one?
Fried yams.
Yeah, just make sure it's a little charred.
Okay.
You like the stuff a little burnt.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will we have will we need these same supplies, or will we be presented with new supplies? Because I was under the impression that I didn't require anything since I was not at my home. And so I didn't have.
It's fine. You're fine.
Okay. So
yeah.
I just wanted to know if on next service, would we be doing some more activities within that service that will require certain things, and will we be notified ahead of time just to be prepared?
The services that you like this is always going to be in this structure. So the what I send out the flyers, you're going to see what Orisha day it is, and then you're going to see the required offerings and stuff like that for that day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really was trying to like get my hair to do something different, and then it looked even crazier. I'm sorry.
Right. It's okay. I'll just edit it out.
Thank you.
I can put an emoji on your face.
I mean, make sure it's a skinny emoji.
Okay, got you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful service, as a comment. Beautiful service. It was on point. I think that this message resonated with all of us today, especially as it pertains to self-love and being worthy and accepting the love. That's the hardest thing to do. So thank you so much, Priestess.
You're welcome. Thank you, baby.
Made me cry.
I was like, I know I'm going to trigger some people, but it's something to be said, and it has to be
No,
said.
I appreciate it. It really did. I needed to hear that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, baby. Anybody else got some questions for me before we go bye-bye?
Wait, Priestess, can you put the love offering?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So before we get to the questions, we want to thank Priestess Monjasola on this amazing sermon and service, and the mentorship as well. Also, I will be dropping in the chat her PayPal, her Cash App, and also her website in case you do want a personal one-on-one reading. Or if she feels like you're confident enough and she wants you to take the next step after the free mentorship, you want to get with her about a consultation for paid mentorship, and the nitty-gritty is something serious. But we want to thank you, Priestess, for taking the time out of your Sunday and helping us with this Ose service. And if you guys look in the chat, you'll see all the information. Also, I'll put it on WhatsApp for you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Okay, so if there's no any other questions, I want you to just remember about the things that you've been through in your life, okay? And know that the reason you've dealt with certain traumatic experiences and certain pain is because this is what you chose for your soul's journey to learn, okay? And sometimes it can be something that you did to someone else in a previous life, so it's basically something you have to go through to clear the karmic energy or the karmic payback, okay? But I want you guys to truly, truly remember the why, the who you are, and not really get caught up in a lot of these 3D emotions, okay? Everybody says that the answers are within yourself, and it is. And this is one of the things that I do this mentorship for, is to remind you guys that the answers are within, to remind you guys of who you are, to activate your light, okay? Your light body, your light codes, so you guys can remember what you're supposed to be doing instead of being trapped in the matrix and the mundane of this 3D, okay? We got to vibrate higher. And with that, we have to think higher and really have mature emotions as well to be able to muster the responsibility that we have as humans in this life, because we're only the avatar. We have to get in contact with our higher self, and that's through our RV work. And that's why it's very vital we get in touch with our RV. Okay, my loves. All right, my babies. Well, that will complete our Ose service. I love you guys, and I thank you so much. And if you guys need anything, you guys just let us know, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Priestess.
Ashe.
You're
Ashe.
welcome. I love you guys.
Ashe. Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome. Bye.
No carbon copy.